Song Revolution with John Chisholm on the NRT Podcast Network.
Hey guys, John here. Welcome to the Song Revolution. I love doing this show because not only do we get to bring great songwriting insights, but we get to bring a lot of great life stories, just interesting human features that I think, well, human features, would that be like a nose or an ear? Or what would that be? But we get to bring some fun things to you. Today is going to be really exciting because I'm downtown Franklin, Tennessee with great friends Phil and Heather Joel. And you'll remember Phil from an eternity with the Newsboys. I think before Dirt, he was traveling around singing and playing with the Newsboys. One of the most recognized faces and hairstyles in Christian music. And we had a great podcast with Phil just a few years ago. You might want to go check out, if you go check out all that we offer over at NashvilleChristianSongwriters.com. So welcome to the Green Room, and Phil and Heather Joel. Hey guys.
Hi.
Well, hi. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. It's so great to be here, and we're going to be talking all about your great new store called The Green Room and why you have it and what you're offering and some of the unique stories behind it. What got us here is your publicist sent me some information about your new compilation, multi-artist album called A New Heaven and a New Earth. But before we get there, what's it feel like to be you guys lately? What do you?
What does it feel like to be us guys lately?
Yeah.
Beyond stressed out, like new business owners.
We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, no, we're having fun. We're having a lot of fun with this whole new venture, and sort of, and the music that we're making is kind of part and parcel, hand in hand, and we're having fun with it. Our kids are kind of older now too, so we've kind of got this whole new level of freedom to do some different fun things.
Eden and Finley,
Yeah.
Well
right?
done.
And how old are they?
Eden's he's 19 and Finley is getting ready to be 23, which is crazy.
Yeah. So they're busy doing all kinds of cool stuff, and they left their parents in the dust, and so now it's time for us to do something fun.
I know that Eden is a musician, and Finley sang on this record. Are they artistic otherwise, or what are they pursuing?
Yes.
Yeah, well, Finley's in film, and is making headway
in what
that.
way in film?
She directing and writing is her passion. So she's shot a whole bunch of short films. She's involved with the latest Nicole Kidman movie, where she was the producer's assistant on that, which is a kind of a big girl job.
That is a big girl job.
And now with the writing strike, it's sort of slowed things down for her a little bit. So she's doing her thing now.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Eden?
He's doing music. I mean,
tried to talk him out of it, John, but
Apple didn't fall too far from the tree.
Right, tried to talk him out of it.
Awesome. And he played drums.
Yeah.
On this.
He played drums on this last song.
Yeah.
And whenever I can get him in the studio, I will, because he's that younger generation. They just have different ideas about everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play something and be like, give me that guitar. He'll do something completely lateral to my understanding, and it's always brings something.
Isn't that funny? I write with a lot of younger people just to try to stay a little hip, and it's like, really, how did you think of that? And I immediately see it. It's like, I couldn't have thought of it, but it's very, very cool.
Yeah.
So tell us about A New Heaven and a New Earth. You're going kind of revelation on us here.
Oh, no.
Cosmic. So what's going on with this multi-artist album?
It would be far from your classic revelation sort of interpretation, I think. Well, this project came about through a environmentalist who is based in Pennsylvania. She discovered Christian music via her car stereo, the Message. She got a new car and it had the Message satellite radio on it.
Oh, yeah.
And she, she's loved God all her life, and just discovers this music.
Wow.
Which she'd sort of had slipped through her radar. She hadn't caught this, and she's a certain age and stage, I guess, where she may have missed it. And anyway, she fell in love with this stuff and fell in love with the different artists that she encountered, and thought, hey, surely people of faith are going to be people who care about creation and creation care, and who want to honor their creator via, looking after the creation.
It's not always the case.
No, but it's sort of a simple equation, right?
Yeah,
and an easy conclusion for her to reach, you would think. So she's reached out to a number of artists like myself and said, hey, would you write and record a song about creation care? And let's sort of wave that flag a little bit. And me being sort of the resident Franklin hippie and Christian music hippie, I guess, she reached out to me and I wrote a song for the project. And yeah, it's been really, really fun.
Wow.
Because the whole idea is each artist brings what they have to the table, and every artist is very different.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Aaron Cole, who's a hip hop artist. You've got Jason Roy, who's been writing Christian, CCM sort of pop for a long time. Whatever it is I do, Mariah has brought a song to the table, and we're all different, and we all come from different backgrounds. Waterdeep, of course, yes,
Yeah.
legends, and it's really stirred the conversation,
Mm-hmm.
not just the art, not just the songs, but it's stirred conversation, and I think that's what the project's about.
Mm.
Beyond just the music, it's about the conversation of conservation,
Right.
and learning and understanding what it means to be ecologically, aware and friendly and responsible, and especially as believers who have been given this mandate to look after this planet.
Right.
It makes sense.
And I don't think that that's always been part of the evangelical conversation. It's really been more on the fringe of evangelicalism, if I can be so bold as to say that.
Yeah.
It's like we're going for the rapture here, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, why do I care if the ocean is filled with all my plastic cast-offs, every bottle, that I've ever had a drink of water out of? It's like, why do I care about putting my arms around the world? Why do I care about that? And so are you finding any resistance to that message?
We kind of are here and there, but what we've sort of discovered is it's a universal understanding that it's good to clean up your room,
Okay, very well said.
and we all understand that it's we want to keep our home tidy, we want to keep it safe, clean, non-toxic,
Yeah.
and it's the same with the greater outdoors than our planet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of in how you word it, I think, because I think we all agree. We all agree that that we need, that our children and our children's children deserve clean air, clean water, good soil, food that is not sort of going to hurt them long term.
Right,
I mean, it's all
right.
pretty simple stuff.
And when you get to my age and you think, okay, am I going to have Alzheimer's because I used aluminum-based deodorant for the last 60 years, right? And it's like, to think of having a healthier alternative, for our kids and grandkids. Let's talk a little bit more about the album, because you've got 4 songs. You have 4 songs released so far, like you said, with Aaron and Mariah and Jason. And so, sorry. And so, in your song, which is awesome, that's the brand new one that's out right now. So, can you share with us what's upcoming and when you think that it might be a fully, completed album?
Yeah, I think the Waterdeep song is next to be released, and that's a beautiful song. Then we have Our Common Home, which is written by Don Chaffer, Jason Gray, and myself.
Nice. Will you be the artist on those?
I'm singing some, and we all kind of take a little bit of the vocal responsibilities, and it's based on something that the Pope has written, and none of us are card-carrying Catholics or anything. We just sort of grew up.
We can learn from the Pope. We can appreciate, what
he's got some great things to say, and the fact is, this is our common home. No matter who we are, no matter what faith we are, no matter what nationality we are.
So true.
So we need to be. It would be really nice if we were a light in saying, "Hey, let's look after this creation, because no matter who you are, you deserve a clean planet, and this is our Creator's handiwork. So we should look after it."
Beautiful.
So Our Common Home is going to be released at a certain point, and that's going to be really interesting because the Vatican is really interested in this song.
No kidding.
And they have the Vatican radio, and
who knew?
And
okay, Catholic people knew, but
right. And as a part of this project, a number of us went to the Vatican and sung, and did a concert there.
Wow.
And which is pretty exciting. We went to Norway also and had a round table chatting with a number of different environmentalists from all over the world, gathering more information, and it's been a real learning curve for all of us as artists. And so
How did that happen? How did you get into being invited to the Round Table and to the Vatican to sing and talk about this project?
Right. Well, I think there's a lot of interest in, Middle America is a powerful thing.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of power here. We got a lot of, what sort of down the line Americans sort of are interested in can sort of direct a lot of traffic.
Yes.
And so and I think Middle America, people like ourselves, we care. And the thing is, we're not always aware. So gathering a little bit of knowledge is important. And so anyway, a group of environmentalists invited us, really, and said, hey,
Sweet.
we want you to know, we want you to know what we're doing around the world, and maybe we can partner and bring awareness.
Awesome.
So-
Well, I love these first 4 songs, and
Good.
they're so good. They're so diverse, just like our earth, like our world. Our culture is so diverse, and it's delightful to me to hear this theme kind of bubbling up. It's like, heck yeah, it's about time that we talk about these things. But I love the production. Working with Brent Milligan on your song for sure. Stephen Curtis Chapman and Michael W. he's worked with, so a big name there, and excited about the songs to come and what this could unleash and begin to give us permission to talk about these things. So this is kind of turned into something even bigger than you guys might have dreamed. I'm sitting here probably in the exact place that maybe 3 months ago, walking through downtown Franklin with my wife Donna, and a typical guy, right? I'm tired, and I'm not a big shopping guy anyway, and so I was so thankful when I walked in here and there was a place to just sit down and rest. I didn't go so far as fall asleep, but I really appreciated this. So we're now sitting in what it seems might be one of the outgrowths of this new consciousness, if you will, awareness that you guys are moving in. And Heather, why don't you tell us a little bit about where the green room has come from for you guys, and then maybe you could take us on a little tour.
Yeah, well, really, I think probably our kids were the inspiration behind it. It's interesting because on this project, many of the artists have kids that are all the same age in this new generation, and this is a really important topic for our kids, and unfortunately, somehow it's gotten political, and it really shouldn't be. And
what
we're realizing is when people just kind of slow down and listen and learn, it does make so much sense. And it is as people of faith, us leading the charge and caring for what God has made for us. So
imagine that.
Yeah, right.
Good stewardship.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. So I think our kids started. At Christmas they'd be giving like us little Christmas presents, and Finley in particular would be like, "Mom, you got to see this. This is a Swedish dishcloth." Like, what's a Swedish dishcloth? And
here's your bamboo toothbrush.
It
is biodegradable and it won't sit in a landfill for 500 years. And you're like, what? My toothbrush? What?
I mean, we are children of the 80s, 70s, and 80s, right? We grew up. I mean, so much got thrown at us in the 80s, like diet, Tab, all these saccharin and all, just all the things, and so we've had a lot thrown at us that were, if we slow down and kind of peel it back and go, maybe some of those things weren't so awesome, but even just discovering new products has been so exciting for us, and it's been so much fun seeing what people make and their inventiveness to upcycle and recycle and take things and restore them. And
so it resulted in a store on Main Street, Franklin. God bless you with your rent every month. You guys come buy stuff and support this. But so it resulted in a pretty significant storefront here, and I would love for you to take us on a tour and talk about maybe some of the unique products you have here.
All right, let's do it.
All right, Heather, Phil, tell us about the green room.
Well, welcome. First off, welcome to the green room. We are open now. We've been open 5 months.
Awesome.
So it's a whole new venture for us, obviously. Music is primary, but this has become a passion. We're really excited about this whole new idea. Everything in the store is earth-friendly, people-friendly. Everything has a story. Everything's connected to something bigger than the product itself. And that's become really exciting. It's become an adventure, finding stuff that kind of is a part of the solution, not the problem. You know, less plastic, more handmade, more kind of, you know, crafted, quality stuff made of stuff that will that'll last.
Yeah.
And it's So anyway, let's have a look around.
Show us, man.
Oh, and this is Heather.
Oh, hi.
Of course.
Yes.
the boss.
Yes, the boss.
Yeah. All right, head that way, shall we?
Yeah. So okay, so we have everything laid out like a home basically. So we have, you know, our dining room into living room, as you can see. This is also the man section for, you know, the guys who are they're done shopping, but their wives still have steam.
Full disclosure.
Yeah.
The one time I've been in here, I was so tired.
Did you?
My legs, my back, and I sat right there.
Good.
No
Yes.
idea it was your store. And my wife looked around. Oh, nice candles and stuff. So hey, I'm the guy. I did
Yes.
it.
This is for retail respite.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yes.
we did crazy story. This weekend, we had a lady take a nap on the couch.
First time.
It really happened.
Really,
it was like it was a little
snoring
shocking.
and everything.
And I'm not a confronter,
Yeah.
and so I just watched, and it was very amazing.
Pillow under the head, feet up,
Yes.
took a nap. The husband was looking through records. We're here to serve.
We're here to serve.
We're here to serve.
Oh,
Yeah.
show us around, guys.
So, come take a peek. Local pottery, we love this. We're very proud of the work she does. It's quality stuff. Recycled glass. A lot of it's from Morocco and Colombia.
All hand blown, all recycled.
Yes.
Those are beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really fun.
All right, so the hard part about this is I'm probably going to have to buy some stuff today. So
Oh no,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Getting you on the show.
You
and
you get the friends and family discount.
okay,
Ooh,
cool,
yes.
sweet.
Okay, so this is something that's like the nature of the store. We're trying to find things that are really unique. This is a company called Newly that is out of Nashville, and every blanket has got 12 water bottles recycled in
No
the fiber.
kidding.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Wow, you would
Yeah.
never know how in the world do they do.
Do you want to get a
that?
close up of that?
Newly, yeah.
So yeah, every single one is made out of recycled fibers with recycled water bottles.
Yeah, and you'd
And
never
it's so
know.
soft.
It is very soft.
Yeah.
It feels great. They look great. Love
Yeah.
the colors.
And a lot of what we're doing, it's so surprising when you find these companies and this unique craftsmanship, and when you find out what things are made of, and it's so exciting. It's surprising.
Look at this one.
It's really
This
fun.
one. I might have to buy that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Pretty
This
fun.
is pretty astounding.
Okay, and then this little section, I'm not trying to brag on my little art boy, but he has done all the artwork in the store, and so we have all of those prints.
I wondered about that because
Yeah.
when we did our interview a couple of years ago, and we were in your garage,
Studio.
your
Right.
garage
Yeah.
studio,
Yeah.
and all of your beautiful art that was there. So
Yeah.
these are fantastic. Yeah.
He's a talented little.
Yes, he
Oh,
is.
shucks.
So talented.
All right.
And this in the middle, I guess, is Candle World.
Yes.
And candles have become a big thing for us. People seem to like their candles. And so we make them.
Beautiful.
We
Back
do.
You
here.
make these.
We do. It was an accident. It was very accidental. We didn't mean to start making candles.
We slipped and made some candles.
Yes, but we had been shopping for candles, and they're really expensive to begin with. But then you add shipping to them, and then they become really expensive. So we were like, maybe we could make some candles.
Yeah, we wanted to make quality ones that didn't give people headaches, and we wanted them to be made out of organic, good stuff, and
So 100%
and
soy.
at a good price.
Beautiful. Now,
So-
what's the headache thing? Because there are some stores that I cannot even go into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like the scents coat my throat and make my head hurt immediately.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, I don't want to say too much, but because I don't, want to.
We don't want to bag on the competitors.
No.
But
But no, there a lot of candles are made with petroleum-based
Okay.
paraffin and things like
petroleum
Gotcha.
being petrol, being gasoline.
Exactly,
being- so
yeah.
when you walk into a store that maybe is burning that, it can
that.
feel like you've
what
been
it is,
riding
yeah.
a bicycle in the traffic.
Or
New York City or something.
sniffing diesel again. Yeah. It's a very bad habit I've tried to break.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are kind of moving toward 100% soy. So we're doing that. But the crazy thing is, we were thinking we might be making a couple hundred
Right.
or something, and and the
If
way
only.
we're learning, because we just, we kind of jumped in the swimming pool and we're learning to swim as we're
Mhm.
paddling. But we're going to have to be making about 10,000 candles, just the two of us.
Yeah, by the end of the year.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's
oh my
insane.
gosh.
But we love it. It's really
Are
fun.
you like
Yeah.
taking orders? You have like back orders now for.
We're just trying to get through.
What we have to sell here.
Yeah.
What we need to stock the store.
Oh my gosh.
And
you
then we're
guys.
opening our
Yeah.
online store, which will be really exciting.
Yeah.
But
Whoa.
So that's for
One
the
thing at
year.
a time.
That's
Oh,
that's not
that's
like a day.
Fantastic.
We're not-
Now, okay, so what's the most popular scent of the candles?
Well, our most popular scent is the Franklin candle,
Okay.
which is over here.
And it smells like.
It smells like
rich
Franklin.
people, or
Yeah,
is it,
yeah. So it's
nice.
so the Franklin and the Nashville candle are the same scent, and these I think just people come and they want to take home a little piece of this cute little town.
Yeah.
So so that's good. And then of course we just started pouring our banana nut bread candles for fall, and they're kind of yum.
I bet.
They're fun.
Now, how do you come up with the combinations and the scent? I mean, how do you create the scent? Or we're going to see your laboratory in a minute,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Okay, well, you can answer that then. But
Okay.
so this has been a surprise.
Yeah.
That
Yes, total
is
surprise.
like taking off. So,
Yeah.
well, take us through the rest of the store, and then we'll go to your candle lab.
Okay, that sounds good.
bathroom stuff.
Okay.
Ta-da! And
So
what
everything's
else can we
organic.
show
Like
you?
if it's not, like everything has a either fair trade, organic element. Toilet brush. Everyone needs a toilet brush.
Wooden handled, whatever that's made of, probably
Bamboo.
coconut fibers,
Yeah.
bamboo, toilet brush.
Some porcupine hair.
Of course, we have
Quills.
the bamboo toothbrush,
Nice.
which performs just like a regular toothbrush.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay, what else? Oh,
Oh yeah, come see.
Ta-da! This is my
Records.
childhood dream.
isn't it?
Really,
though?
like which musician doesn't want to open their own record store?
You know?
I don't know
Okay.
any.
If you could take one LP to the moon, what would it be?
Oh, one LP to the moon. Oh, goodness me.
Not your own. Your own are great, but
It would probably be a Snow Patrol record.
okay.
Snow Patrol. David Gray, Greatest
I was gonna
Hits.
say, yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay.
I
All
like
right.
David Gray.
I,
Yeah, you guys stumped me. My computer's,
I know,
my hard
right?
drive's just frozen.
that's just one of those questions that I ask people, and it's like, yeah, it kind of freaks them out.
Well, come
Yeah.
and see the records. 'cause
All right, let's see the records.
Yeah.
For the record, and now for the record,
For the record,
we
yes.
have.
And we sell record players.
Yeah, we bought our daughter like 2 years ago for Christmas. I mean, she's 30, but we bought her one of those little, not that one, but a little turntable.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
what I grew up on. You know?
Yeah, it's a fun gift. We got some that are made out of recycled plastic, and so yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, little suitcase ones.
I think, gosh, it'd be hard to say which one I would take to the moon.
Right.
but It might be Pink Floyd Dark Side.
Ooh.
How about that? That was my childhood
That's
thing.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I approve of that. I
Time.
approve of that one.
I would.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have to go. I have to go Coldplay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm unashamed.
There you go.
Yes.
There's nothing, no shame.
Yes.
All right. Well, he's alphabetizing now.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
you may have lost me
him.
now.
We've lost him. All right, Heather, take it from
He
here.
gets distracted. And then, of course, we have the kitchen with some really fun appliances. We've got some. This brand is awesome. It's one of our favorite things, and we cannot keep this in stock. It's called Bora Bora, and there's a local connection here to Franklin. And the maker of this brand won a deal on Shark Tank, and you can YouTube it. It's very
Ooh,
exciting.
That's
It's one of our favorite shows.
All right. So, do you ever do cooking classes or demonstrations here?
Well, that's in the
Future.
projection. Yeah.
I mean, you've only been here 5 months,
Yeah.
so it's
We're
like.
still getting our feet wet. So.
Well, I'll put in a plug here, okay?
Okay.
I'm a bit of a foodie and a bit of a cook, and I have created an olive tapenade recipe that I've done for years that people rave over, and I've, in some other life, I would have loved to have created that, packaged it, and sold it, If you ever want a kick-butt olive tapenade demonstration, it's so good on cucumbers,
That would be
or
awesome.
Triscuits, it's just so good.
So we gotta package that and get some.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
come on, John.
I'll give you a
Let's get
discount.
that product together. We need it here at the green room.
It's pretty
John's
yummy,
famous
though.
tapenade.
It's good. All right, and look at these appliances. I mean,
Aren't they fun?
I love this. Just this toaster and the coffee makers and the carafes. This is in the fridge. Fridge.
Isn't that the cutest thing?
It is.
Some people like to hug trees. I like to hug fridges.
So,
Especially this one.
And trees.
It's just entries.
so it's definitely vintage looking. Is there anything? Look at this, stacked deal. What's the attraction for one of these?
Well, all of the SMEG products, this company is, they make everything very ethically, and they source everything really
Gotcha.
well, and they're sort of a very earth responsible company.
Gotcha.
And they're moving away from plastics as much as possible, and
They're using recycled plastics as
Yeah.
much as they can. So they're kind of in transition. They're in the middle of changing their practices over, which is an awesome. It's an awesome example of kind of a mid-sized big company, but they're still kind of mid-sized, and they're flipping their processes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
As we all should.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to eat less plastic. That's kind of This is I'm trying.
There's another show for that. What is that called? My Strange Addiction.
My Strange Addiction. Yes.
Well, show us your candle lab.
Okay, so this is very, very top secret. But this is the actual green room of the green room.
Okay.
We're backstage.
This is it.
So not many people.
The inner sanctum.
This is a really
You guys
big
come
deal.
on.
You might not make it out alive.
It's also messy back here, so.
As it should be, right?
Okay, so this is our little prep table where we get all the labels on and all the wicks in,
Nice.
and then we move over to this table.
I've
Yeah.
never seen like a raw wick before.
Yeah.
It's like, there you go.
Yep.
They come on these little strips, and then you have to.
They actually come in.
Look,
little
watch this.
Like this.
You are now a candle.
Oh, now see, I thought you were going to do
You-
that.
They come like that. There's so many steps to candle making. It's kind of wild. Like by the time you have a finished candle,
Don't give all the steps.
I'm sorry, it's very secret, very secret.
Yeah, you shouldn't divulge
we-
trade secrets here, but
I know, right? We touch them about like
I'll do my
every
coffee.
candle has about 8 processes to it by the time it goes to the floor. So it's kind of.
And how did you kind of stumble on this? I mean,
Well-
they were too expensive to buy, right?
Well, we were just like we've
and
always
then the ingredients we talked about.
and we've always been kind of makers, So we were, at different shows and things, and we were thinking, I think we should try this. We could maybe do it and kind of pick the scents that we want that fit our.
Well, she started making them in the kitchen, and figuring out how the recipes all worked and everything. And then we bought another piece of equipment, and then we bought another piece of equipment, and then
we were in too deep.
we got a little deep.
No turning back.
I know.
And now we're making close to 100 candles a day. We're making them,
Wow.
and which is kind of a lot of work, but it's
I
fun.
guess.
It's really fun.
And so, does Fiona ever help?
She helps, but she's our emotional support dog.
Yeah, she's like, go get them, guys. Come on.
Going on.
Yeah.
All right, so you actually melt all your ingredients and
Yeah.
then pour it into these molds.
Yep.
And they sit up and.
Yep.
Do you have to refrigerate them?
No, they just you pour them really hot. So these are heating. These are little heating pads.
Okay.
So the whole everything is based on temperature. Like you don't want to shock anything. You don't want cold wax cold fragrance oil, or you don't want to pour it into a cold jar. Everything needs to be kind of warm, and so nothing's shocked. But it took us a while. Once we moved out of our house, we had it nailed, and then just moving to this new environment, we had to refigure everything out. Because it's the air condition and the everything affects it, so it's crazy.
10,000 candles this year through the end of the year.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
well,
it's a little.
So you'll see down the hallway, maybe there's just boxes racked and stacked full of candles.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to take one off your hands today.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know which one I'm going to get, but
I know it's
my wife loves candles.
good.
You need the full one. You need the banana nut.
Okay.
Banana, banana.
All right. This is the green room of the green room.
Okay, so these are all of the boxes of finished candles, and it's just a bit of a hazard to walk through the hallway because it's definitely an obstacle course. But yeah, this is where they are until they go out on the floor.
Cool.
Okay, this is one of my favorite things. This is these are coasters with really fun cute little sayings on them, but they're actually made of recycled car windshields.
No kidding.
Isn't that fun?
Oh my gosh.
So that's my favorite part, is discovering things I have never even thought of or seen before.
Right.
And it's fun because a lot of people will come into the store and be like, hey, I make this. Or, hey, check out my Instagram. And I'm like, who would have thought of that?
I wonder how they do that. That's very cool.
I know. Very fun.
Love the little sayings. Well, show us a little more. I know that you carry a number of products that are created by women.
Yep.
And are there some special things in the children's area that would be on that line?
Yeah. Some of we've got these little organic cotton handmade dolls. We've got. I don't know if this is all. This is not necessarily women owned, this section, but
well, we won't discriminate against the guys.
yeah. Guys can make stuff too. But this is like a whole little line that's all organic, and So this company is really cool. This right here, it's called tagua. It's a tagua nut from the tagua tree.
Oh, very cool.
And those are found in Ecuador. And this company is women owned, and it's called Tagua. And all of this jewelry is made out of that nut.
Sweet.
Which is kind of fun. And if you're like having a trivia night, trivia would be buttons. Before plastic was invented, buttons were made out of tagua nut or bone. And then plastic came in and shut the whole trade down. And now, because they've switched on to plastic, and they're figuring out that tagua needs to be revived. So it's like bringing back all this trade and all this art in villages that have tagua. So it's cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Good trivia, but more important even than trivia, right?
Right. Exactly.
Awesome.
All right.
Feels like we're yelling at the ocean, yelling at the ocean, trying to keep this tide from coming in. Feels like we're moving in slow motion, moving in slow motion, trying to keep this thing from happening. Send up a flare, let it linger in the sky. Let her know we see the tears she cries. Wanna throw my arms around the world. Wanna throw my arms around the world. It's coming up through the pavement, hard to replace it. I'm letting out birds in the basement. Turn off the light, watch them fly away.
So that was a great tour. I've never seen candle making, but I am definitely buying the banana nut bread candle. It smells amazing, and I like cream cheese on my banana nut bread. But it's been an amazing little tour here of the green room, and I hope that you guys will come and support what Phil and Heather are doing here. So as we kind of bring this to a close, I think that what's bubbling up for me is that we can be such disagreeable people, and you'd think that Christians of all people would care about what God has created. It's not always the case, but whatever resistance you guys might get from time to time from people that are on the fringes, what do you think is the most unifying or important aspect of this for you guys?
I think unity is really important because there's so much power in unity. And the first place that we can find that unity is in agreeing that one of the greatest ways we can honor our Creator is by looking after the creation. How we go about that, those are conversations that will ensue.
Right.
After we all come to the table and say, hey, I agree, let's look after this place because it's beautiful and it's God's handiwork and we should look after it. And so unity is really important, and not getting grumpy about this or that. But
it's so hard though.
Yeah, it is.
We think we have, everything sewn up truth-wise, and so it's hard. We want to be right. I guess.
And people at the top will exploit our goodwill one way or another at different points. But luckily, we've got a connection with a person at the super top.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And he provides pathways of redemption, not just for our souls, but for nature. Ocean, for example. We leave that thing alone, stop doing certain things to it, it will heal in different places that it needs healing. And that's kind of like us. Stop doing certain behaviors, we begin to heal.
Yeah.
So it's been a really interesting journey, and we're just sort of beginning on it.
We're just learners.
And
we're
we're
just
Yeah.
learning.
There's a lot to learn.
Hey, you guys mentioned earlier though, finding those places that we can agree.
Yes.
And letting that, be maybe the beginning of a great conversation.
And sometimes that begins with a song that we can all sing together.
Arms around the world.
There you go.
Yeah, new heaven and new earth. You guys, this has been delightful. Thank you so
you.
much for letting us come and enjoy the store. And you made one sale today.
Oh,
so
wow.
Well, you will get the friends and family discount,
Yes.
John.
2%.
It's gonna be a big day.
You're so generous.
2%. Ooh.
All right, you guys, Phil and Heather Joel, always a delight to have them. And seriously, come out and support the Green Room downtown Franklin. Hey, thanks for joining us on the show today. I hope that you'll jump over to NashvilleChristianSongwriters.com and check out all the resources there to encourage you in your own songwriting. And if you like what we're doing, why not share this episode out on your socials? You can find the link in the show notes. We'll see you next time.